Hi guys, welcome back to Spilling the Tea with M and G. We had an accidental break, I can't lie.
Yeah, I feel like we need to address the situation. And the situation is, there is no situation. We literally just forgot to film.
Like, literally forgot. We said, I mean it's been 2 weeks, but the first time it literally got to Monday and I was like, why am I getting DMs about the podcast? And then I realised we didn't film it, completely forgot. We're on holiday this week, which we'll touch on. And then we were like, yeah, no worries, like, we'll get ready tonight and we'll film. We literally are out for dinner and I go, we've not filmed the podcast. So I'm really sorry, but we have literally just forgotten. Like, there's nothing else to it. We just forgot.
It didn't even register like in my head that we were supposed to film the podcast. I think it's because it wasn't my episode to film. Like, it's your episode to like upload and post. So whenever it's on Emily's channel, she'll edit and post, and then when it's on my channel, obviously I edit and post. And I'm letting you take the blame on this one.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. But we're back, and we will be back every week from now. Life has also just been really quite hectic for both of us. I mean, not making excuses, but we're here. So, this is episode like 20, I want to say, which is 5 months of podcast. That's crazy.
It should be episode 22, so we are sorry about that. But
we have literally just got back from Malta. We went on a little girls trip and it was so fun. Like, honestly, the best time ever. I thought we could discuss our little trip to start with, because we haven't got any Love Island to discuss anymore.
No, we haven't. I feel like we need to talk about the trip. But before we talk about the trip, should we talk about our time in London?
Oh god, yeah. Oh my god, so much has happened.
So fun. So we obviously had a night away in London that I actually did vlog, so if you want to go see that, then go check it out, a little plug there. But the funniest thing is, we did a Barry's boot camp and Emily fell off the treadmill.
I forgot that happened. Oh my god, all I can say is I'm so glad it's literally so dark in those rooms. Like, no one saw. You didn't even see.
I didn't even really see it, which I'm so annoyed about. Like, I said when it happened, I need to see the CCTV footage of you falling off the treadmill.
I honestly, first of all, Barry's boot camp, 10 out of 10 from both of us. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, I loved it. So good.
If you've not done one before, or you've not heard of it, you basically, it's like a mix of cardio on the floor and then like you're running as well. So there's like 60 people in the class. You will switch when the guy tells you to switch. So cleverly done. All the music's in time, the lights, like, it was so good. But when we were running, I mean, first of all, I'll hold my hands up and say, he's saying like, put it on level 6, George is there like level 8, and I'm like, I'm gonna stick to level 4, like, I'm absolutely fine right here, thank you.
But that's the nice thing about it, because it's not like he's saying do level 6, but it's like you can do less. You can also do more if you wanted to.
When we first got in there, we were doing the floor first and then people were running, and I was thinking, how am I going to get away with, like, he knew we were new as well, like, he introduced himself to us. Like, I was like, please don't draw attention to us, we just want to come here and leave. But I was like, how am I gonna like get away with this? And then Georgia nudged me and she was like, don't worry, I've just seen someone walking on the treadmill. I was like, okay, we're good, like, fine, somebody else has done it before.
There really was like all abilities there. So like, if the thought of Barry's boot camp, to be fair, like, we're like regular gym goers. Like, I go to the gym all the time, and it's like, walking into a gym like does not faze me at all. But walking into there, I was a bit like, not nervous, but like a bit like apprehensive, because one, it's in London, and two, it's like I didn't know what like the feeling, like the mood was going to be like. But so welcoming. Like, honestly, I would really recommend, even if you're like at the start of your fitness journey, like, go and experience it, because it's actually so good. Yeah,
we said, like, even straight away walking in there, like, there's so many places. We'd literally been out for dinner the night before, and I'm not gonna lie, the girls that like greet you sometimes aren't the friendliest. And like, everyone on the desk in there was so nice. Like, we said we would literally go on our own as well. Like, if we were in London, we'd literally just go. You don't need to speak to anyone, like, get your workout done. So yeah, cheated on the treadmill part, cheated on the floor part, because I didn't use my van. I had a lovely time. I didn't really ache afterwards. Georgia was in pain. But anyway, so we get to the end of our second treadmill thing. I can barely feel my legs anyway. And I just thought, well, there's a stop button. So if I click stop, this will just stop. Did not at all. And then I panicked because I thought, I can't run anymore because my legs hurt and I couldn't feel them. So I tried to jump to the side. I did not touch the sides at all. I was still on the treadmill, and I literally, like, this is me on the treadmill, I just went like this, straight off. And I somehow managed to stay standing. And George was like, oh, that was good. And I turned to her and I went, mate, I've just fallen off the treadmill. And I was so glad
you, and I thought, I didn't really know like what you were doing next week, because I was so invested in like how fast I was running, and I could see you like fannying about in like my peripheral vision, and then when you said you fell off, I was like, damn it, I'm so annoyed.
You probably thought, how did you get off that so quick? I flew.
Yeah.
I fell off it.
Do you know what I was struggling with? Because at some points, like I was sprinting, I was on like level 9, and that to me was like really fast.
Tell everyone why.
I was on level 9 because I always say that I'm not competitive, and I'm like, I've got a competitive bone in my body, like you do you, I'll do me, like I'm fine. So it was Emily, me, and then like a random girl next to me, and she looked like she knew what she was doing. So I was like, I'm gonna follow you, I'm not gonna follow my friend because she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm gonna follow the girl next to me. So he was like, put it on like between, I think he said between like 6 and 9, didn't he? So I was like, okay, I'll do an 8 because that's like a fast run. And then I saw the girl next to me press 9, so I thought, if you're pressing 9, I'm gonna press 9. So there I was pressing 9 because it was so fast, and I was trying to keep up with the girl next to me who obviously probably comes like 3 or 4 times a week, and I do not do that.
Like, actually. Yeah.
Every time he would say like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now like press like 6 or whatever, because I was running so fast I couldn't press, like I was struggling to get to my button because I was running so fast. But
and you knocked really the cord off.
Yeah, I was running like literally like treading. I like pushed the emergency button thing like down, and he came over, and I was like, I did it by accident, like I'm not in danger, like don't worry about it. My friend on the other hand,
yeah, I need help, come and help me please. No, actually I was like, please don't look at me because I don't want you to know that I'm on 4.5. But the only thing was like, he obviously, they have headsets on, it's like a full, his voice is like echoing around the place, is the only thing you can hear. He's the only person you can see, like everyone else is just in their own zone. And I remember when he came over and you had knocked the cord off, I just knew that you were like, no, it's fine, like, as in, please don't say anything over this intercom, like, I don't want anyone else to know. It was so good though.
It was really, really good. Yeah, we had a lovely time in London, didn't we?
We did. We had, honestly, such a nice time. We literally did so much. I wrote us a little itinerary. I'll insert it on the screen so you guys can see what we were up to, but it was like day by day. I mean, minute by minute. Like, it was to a T. What else did we do? We did a bow and tea yoga event.
Yeah, and then we had the Pepper Mayo event for the day after, didn't we? And I've never like really ordered much from Pepper Mayo. I've ordered like the few like odd bits, but I've never done like a full-on like haul with it. But the quality's unreal. Like I was so like blown away by the quality. It was so good. It was like a pop-up shop in London. I think it's probably going to be off by the time this goes live, but we both posted on our Instagram stories about it. So if you did get to go, then let us know if you did actually go, and comment down below and let us know what you got, or if you got anything. It was more like their autumn winter kind of like fashion, wasn't it? So it was like a gifting suit, so you got to pick out like an outfit the day before to then wear to the event the next day. And one feels so surreal to me because I'm like imposter syndrome, like why have I been invited here? But I was wearing a leather cord. London that day was probably only about 25 degrees, but when you're in busy London in a leather cord, my boots that I bought are too big for me. I'm carrying my suitcase. I was sweating. I was so overstimulated. Oh, it was so much, but had a lovely time.
Yeah, it was one of them things where like me and George were spoken for so long. Like we've obviously known each other, what, 3 years now? And I've obviously always done this as a job, like ever since we've known each other. George has always been a hairdresser, but then as of the last 2 years, George has been doing social media. And we always used to say, like, I remember like one of the first trips you came on with me, we were like, imagine the day where we can do these things together, like it's a more regular thing. And we were in this Pepper Mayo like gifting suite, one thinking, what the hell, like why are we both here? Because the people walking in and out of there, we were like, I know her, like you're always like spotted that you followed for ages. And it still feels surreal to me anyway, even after all this time. So yeah, we both sat there and we were like, we're actually doing these things that we spoke about, like we're here a year later, like going to the same events.
It was crazy.
Holiday,
Malta. Oh, wasn't it a dream? Like, I'm sorry to anyone who is bored of seeing our holiday content, because autumn is fast approaching. I hate to say it.
I really hate you for saying that, because I'm so done with seeing everyone's stories when they're like lighting their pumpkin candles. Like, please give me a month, just a month. That's all I want.
I did a like let's catch up like question box on Instagram, didn't I? And one of the questions, no, not one of the questions, loads of the questions were like, what's on your autumn wish list? Like, what are you going to be wearing in autumn? And I hadn't thought about it until last night, and it really did like hit me. I was like, autumn is coming, I've got to think about these things. Like
so rapidly. I feel like this year has gone so quick. And I think because we've barely had a summer here, I'm grateful that I've been away a couple of times, but like I feel like the year before I was away so much.
Yeah.
So then having bad weather, I'm like, autumn's just come around so quick.
So fast. Like, yeah. Should we do some trend predictions for autumn winter?
Okay.
You go first.
A couple of bits I've seen on ASOS are crop trench coats coming back round. I feel like there's going to be various. Is that Bruce?
Yeah, he's having an itch. Just let him have his moment.
You do you, Bruce.
But yeah, Bruce is here.
I think there will be different variations of Uggs.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it's not going to be the. Well, I think the Tamsins or whatever they were will come back around because they come back around every year. But I think there'll be like those little clog style ones that we saw that you tried on.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be big. That's kind of all I've seen so far.
I think it's going to be, I feel like a cowboy boot was very much like spring summer, and I think more of a square toed like biker boot is going to be in more for like autumn winter.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a lot of suede. I keep seeing so much suede like everywhere, like suede bags, suede jackets, suede skirts, suede boots, like suede, anything suede.
Okay.
I think that's going to be it. Yeah. I don't really know for colours. I think like your standard autumn colours. Burgundy, I keep seeing a lot of burgundy.
I suppose that's like the autumn winter version of the pop of red that we had in spring summer.
Yeah. There's a burgundy tracksuit on ASOS at the moment, and I'm like, I really want to get it, but it's not the weather for it yet. I'm like,
that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't want to buy these things that you're all linking. Like, I love them, but it's not the time.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, they're my trend predictions. Suede, square-toed biker boots, and burgundy.
Cool. Well, let's see if they come true. They'll be true in our wardrobe anyway, because that's what we're doing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to like actually get to like the end of winter and be like, see if we were right or not.
You watch us be so wrong. It's like golds and silvers and like round toe
pinks and greens.
Yeah. But back to I don't know how we sidetracked from holiday then. Back to holiday. We live in Norwich, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, if you live here or are aware of here or live in a smaller city that has an airport, you may know that that airport just basically doesn't fly anywhere. And recently we got Ryanair flights here, and Malta was on the list, and Georgia was like, I mean, it took about an hour of persuading, if
yeah,
that.
it didn't take a lot at all.
No, it never does with me in a flight. And that was it. We booked flights, booked a really cute hotel. Thanks Megan Andrews if you're watching for the recommendation. It was called 1926.
Yeah, and it was bloody gorgeous, like
so good.
Couldn't have asked for a better hotel. I mean, it probably makes it a little bit better because as we got there, the guy in reception was like, I'm really happy to tell you guys that you've been upgraded, and we were like, okay, oh my god, thank you. And then he was like, to our superior suites, you've got the nicest hotel room in the hotel, and we were like, what the fuck?
Thanks.
Like, how has this happened? Yeah. And then we walked in, didn't we? And you went, I think you went on the balcony first, didn't you? She opened the door. Bear in mind, the guy is in the room with us at this point, like showing us around how to use like the aircon, the like TV, all that sort of stuff. And she opens the balcony door and she just goes, oh, we've got a hot tub. And I was like, what?
We were like really trying to play it cool, and I was like, nah, I can't, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, we were, weren't we?
We then came back in the room. We were both jumping up and down, like freaking out, like, oh my god, we got a free upgrade. And then the guy comes back and he was like, oh, one more thing. And we were like, oh, like really shook us up. We were like, yeah, what?
What now?
I think little hack, like, well, it's not really a hack, but I think we only got the upgrade because they'd overbooked. So I kept refreshing the website, and the rooms were like all completely sold out. And then I refreshed it like one more time, and I was like, Georgia, there's a room, like, do I just book it? And then it basically turned out that we got upgraded, I think, because they were sold out of the other rooms, which is absolutely fine by us.
It's fine by me. I think they just oversold the rooms, but I'll take it as an upgrade.
The whole time we were away, we have realised that Georgia is actually a witch and can fully speak things into existence. I'm not exaggerating. Like, so many things happen. We would speak about it and it would happen.
So guys, if you want anything to happen in your life, tell me, I'll say it out loud, and then the moment I've said it, it happens. What was it? I can't even think. The fireworks, for example, when we were in the restaurant. So we'd gone, so my friend, well, our friend Megs, had been to Malta a few weeks ago with her friend, and we got like loads of recommendations from her, and she was telling us like one where to stay, perfect. She was like our travel agent for the holiday. And
she
then
did a great job.
she told us like restaurants and stuff. She said she was at this restaurant, and then like over the water you could see like all the fireworks and stuff. Me and Em were sat there, and it was like close to midnight at this point, wasn't it? And I was like, there's been no fireworks. I was really sad. I was like, I feel like I've really been missold something here.
We'd asked all the waiters, and they were like, oh no, like tomorrow night. And we were thinking, brilliant. Like,
yeah, like no one could really give us an answer why there was fireworks or what they were doing or what time they were going to be. But I literally said, oh, I'm really sad, like there's no fireworks. I said, do you think there'll actually be any? And then lo and behold, fireworks.
Literally right behind us, we were like, there's the fireworks.
I never knew that about Malta.
No, I didn't. When I say there's fireworks all the time, but then actually I realised that on Monday there wasn't any in the morning. I think it's like a weekend thing, like Friday to Sunday.
Okay, maybe.
But literally every night, Friday to Sunday, there was fireworks displays everywhere.
All
At
day,
9 AM, at midday, they were everywhere. They were so loud. Georgia never got used to the sound. It freaked her out every single time. It made her jump every time.
We were taking pictures one night, weren't we? And this firework went off, and it's like a live picture, and I literally shudder. Like my whole body like trembles. It was so loud.
I'm not gonna lie, they did sound like, when we first got there, if you just hear them initially, you're literally thinking, what has just happened? It sounds like a building's fallen down. Hi, girls.
Everything okay?
I'll insert the video because it was too funny to not
yeah,
share it.
I already sent it to you, didn't I?
I showed Brad, who was, because we wanted the boys to like hear how loud they were, but you can't even like comprehend how loud it is, and they were so close to us. But I won't lie, that's the only thing that you spoke into existence that was a positive.
Yeah, literally. Everything else was negative.
I want to remember them all though. Like we had, well, I did it as well on the last night. So I put on my story last night, and a girl messaged me and she was like, please give us a full story. So I'll give you the full story here.
Yeah.
We had been recommended this like rooftop bar to go to. So we went there. View was stunning, and we sat down, and I was looking around. I thought everyone here looks like they've got money. Like dripped in Loewe. This guy had like off-white glasses on here. Like I could just see money everywhere. Everyone was having dinner, but it wasn't that busy. Like it was really late at night. It was about 10:30.
It was also like, yeah, it was like 10:30. It's like people have now finished eating, so it wasn't even like, this won't really make sense with the context of the story. Like it wasn't even like we were taking a table away from people who were going to be spending more than us.
No,
like,
exactly.
There was tables available.
So we first of all went to the wrong place and was told to just sit and wait, like barely listened to, like was just told to just sit and wait until someone actually finally came and served us. And then anyway, she was like, oh well, it's like the next door on the right, and we were like, cool, okay. So we sat here for 50 minutes, no one talking to us, already annoyed by this point, which probably didn't help. And then got up to this rooftop bar, sat down, and we were like, kind of just fancy a hot chocolate. Like Georgia said it, and I was like, do you know what, I could absolutely do with that as well. Like not really fancy a cocktail, didn't really fancy a drink. So anyway, I sat there and I was like, do you reckon anyone would ever like refuse you service? Like it's like if you're an adult and you're ordering off the kids menu, and some places don't allow you to do that.
Yeah,
I kind of thought,
which is fair enough.
Yeah,
I get it.
Whereas you've given me a drinks menu, this is the drink I've chosen, that's what I would like. But I don't know why in my head I had this like, I wonder if they're just going to look at us as if to say you just want 2 hot chocolates when everyone's like sat here with £300 bottles of wine type thing. But like don't put them on the menu then if you don't want people to order them. So anyway, the guy comes over to take our order, and I was like, oh, can we just have 2 hot chocolates please? I swear to God, this man looks at me like I've just told him I've killed his mum. Like,
yeah, it was so rude.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the people we came across were quite passive aggressive.
Yeah.
This is not like everyone there was, like there was just a few encounters that we had with like servers that we were a bit like, whoa, okay, that was felt a bit frosty.
Yeah.
And this was like on another level. Like he was so rude. He literally didn't say anything, snatched the menu out of my hands and just left.
And just walked off.
And we were like,
he didn't even like make eye contact, or wasn't like like there was nothing. It was literally like, take, go on.
And we just left. So I was like, I'm not being spoken, well, not spoken to like that, but just the whole encounter, I was like, setting's lovely, but I do like, you don't, I don't know, it was just so weird. And I literally just had that conversation of saying like, oh, do you reckon anyone's ever been weird about you ordering these things? And he literally was. He was so freaking rude. It was unreal. I
just think like, if you don't want people to order like one drink, and also like the drinks on the menu weren't exactly expensive, like we could have gone and got a Diet Coke that would have probably been cheaper than the hot chocolate. So I don't even know if it was about like the money, or if it was about the machine. Maybe they'd just cleaned it, like we've had that before on holiday. I don't know, but it was just weird. But on a whole, I would really, really recommend Malta as like a girly trip or a trip with your boyfriend, or like we had a gorgeous time.
Yeah, I would love to go back. Like, I feel like there's so many things that we intentionally didn't do because we'd want to go back and do them.
Yeah.
What was your favourite part, like standing?
I was thinking to say, I was like, what was your peak and pit? My peak was probably like when we were first in the room because we were so excited, and then it's like you've got that excitement of like unpacking and like looking out on the balcony, like just like that first initial like being excited, and especially like we haven't had a girls trip in ages, just us two.
So long.
So just like being excited about like being away for like a short period of time, it was like so fun. What was your best bit?
Brad asked me this yesterday, and I was like, I think literally just like pissing about the whole time. Like we non-stop laugh when we're together. We just, I don't even know what we're doing. Like we're just idiots basically. Yeah. And I love it. Like we don't care. We're weird. Like we do stupid things. I had one drink at a lunch, and Georgia didn't drink, and she was like, mate, you literally had one cocktail, like calm down. And I was just doing anything she told me to do. Like we're just idiots basically.
In the pool.
Yeah.
I would say like we had one night where we couldn't really get a Bolt, could we? They've got Bolt over there, like it's so easy to get around, but the Bolt wasn't really like delivering what we needed to deliver. So we were like, oh, it seemed like a 12-minute walk. We're both like, we were both in heels, weren't we?
Yeah.
We both got blisters, but we were like, oh, like we'll just walk home. Like it felt so safe. I would say that is one thing. Like it felt super safe there. I don't know if that's us just being naive or if it actually is safe, but I felt really safe. And we were like, oh, like we'll just walk, it's like a 12-minute journey, like we'll just take it steady. Well, why do we think to put on High School Musical and sing our entire way home? Like, and then everyone walked past us, we'd like stop singing, and then past them we'd start singing again.
But then there were some like people that we walked past, and like a guy shouted out, he was like, great singing girls, like never stop singing. We were like, we were like the main characters in our own movie, like again, just being idiots. And then we walked past this whole, it was so, like in hindsight we were probably like, actually that could be really dangerous, but we were so close to our hotel, and there was like an area where literally like so many men were just sat, and there was like a guy and he had his car door open, like literally where we were walking past, and we were like literally, we'd had a couple of drinks but we were being safe, like we were absolutely aware where we were, and we just carried on singing. And then we were like, why would anyone want to kidnap us? Like we're keeping ourselves safe. Like screaming at the top of our lungs, like me being Zac Efron and George being Vanessa Hudgens singing High School Musical, like literally at the top of our lungs. Sorry if anyone heard us, but things like that. Like, it was raining. Yeah, it was raining. There was fireworks going off, like the whole shebang. But no, it was really good. What was your pit? My pit. I think the pit was honestly for me that last night in the restaurant and when we'd ordered the hot chocolate, because it was like that was our last night as well, and it was like you've just made us feel like really unwelcome. Like it was just horrible, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like tarnished. So I would say probably just that. Okay. Mine would probably be how hot it was. Emily, complaining about the heat on holiday is a criminal offence. I'm sorry, we met a local and he said it was so hot. And I said to him, I was like, is this really hot for you? And he was like, yeah. And he was like wiping his brow. I was like, okay, I feel so much better now. I have a problem, okay? Georgia literally said to me she has never seen sweat beads on someone's face the way she's seen them on mine. That's a problem. They sit on your face. It's so bad. Like, I need Botox all over. You know, people get Botox in their armpits to stop sweating. I need it in my entire face. I don't feel like insanely hot, but I can feel my face is literally got just sweat like sat on it. It's disgusting. I hate it. Like, fine in the day I can cope with the heat, but in the evening when I'm literally still sat there like mopping my brow, it was so hot. I just don't think I'm a hot person. No, I think Bali's really acclimatised you to the rest of the world as well. I really think I can deal with the heat quite well. I was fine. Obviously it was hot, like, don't get me wrong, but you're not I'm not complaining about the heat. Yeah, not saying. Well, that was the easiest podcast I've ever done. That was. We should go on holiday more often. It gives us so much to talk about. Or just have 2 weeks off. No one has stuff to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. There will be holiday vlogs on both of our channels, which I don't know what will be up first, but if they're up, they're up. If they're not, who knows? They're not. Just go and have a look. But make sure you go and follow Georgia on social media. We have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We do it all. And we will be back next Sunday on Georgia's channel, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and every week after that. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. Bye guys.